Hello, lovely beings. Oh wow, just noticed that. Sun on my shoulder. That's awesome. So I just shared in my regular feed the beautiful violets that I harvested earlier and made a little tincture out of, just a small bottle. And I'm coming back out here. I am now armed with delicious coffee with oat milk in it. And I'm back out here to harvest some leaves to make another tincture. I like to do them separately because, well, I really like to just have the violet for the flavor too. I like a little honey in it. Yeah, confession time. And the leaf, using it medicinally for respiratory stuff, which I'm hoping will be very beneficial for my husband here in the spring. So let's do this. There is just so much goodness right here. In fact, like, I brought the kneeling pad out here. The ground is still kind of wet. And I was having a hard time finding where to put it so I didn't squish things. There's just so much goodness. Like, here's our violets, right? And then look over here. There's gallium cleavers in there. I mean, there is just so much goodness right here. In fact, just within like 20-foot radius, there's probably a half dozen or more easily usable plants for food and medicine. And I just love that. And my shadow. Yeah, I had fun there. All right, let's pick these leaves. So I'm gonna come in, and I'm just doing this by hand too. And look at this beauty. And I'm just gonna stuff them into this jar right there. Just putting them in the jar at first here to kind of see how much I need, and then I'm gonna chop them up to give a little bit more extraction point for them. But this is what I'm doing. Okay. Here's the jar. It's just such a beautiful afternoon, evening actually at this point. It is so spectacular out here today. It was in the low 60s and the bees were out. In fact, when I was harvesting violets, we were discussing on who was going to get which flower, because you always leave lots and lots and lots for the bees, and so they spread. Mindful harvesting, but he was keeping me company, the little bee. Oh, this is just beautiful. See, isn't that gorgeous color of leaf? This is gonna take a little while. Yeah, okay, I'm at it. Hands and knees on earth. Mwah! Thank you, Mama Earth. So when I was in herb school back in the mid-90s, the only way I ever worked with violet then was to make syrup from the flowers. And it is, if you do it right, it is absolutely spectacular. Amazing flavored remedy that is so supportive to the system. And I love that I've expanded how I work with plants so much since initially my 2-year program in herbs, and I've been practicing for over 20 years now. And I love how no matter how long I practice, if I could live 200 years, I would still be finding new things out about working with plants. And even just one plant can give you a lifetime of beauty and medicine, both physical and energetic. There are so many layers, and I absolutely love it. I love working with the earth. I love working with nature. I love working with the plants physically, and I love working with them energetically. Another way that I have actually been considering, though with small space I don't do a lot of this anymore, is to come out and make a flower essence, because these guys have just been talking to me so much this year. Every time I walk past them, I swear they just go, "Ooh, she's here," and that like scent comes up into my face. Don't you just love nature? Don't you just love it? Yes! This is like a meditative process. Get further. So close to the earth, you know, my hands, my feet. I'm pretty much laying on here practically, and it's just so grounding and so peaceful. There's one of the other gifts that you get from wildcrafting or gardening or anything that really just gets you out and doing something with the earth and with the little beings that are part of this ecosystem wherever you are. And it's just so full of blessings. It's so full of goodness and life-giving energy, and yeah, I feel so blessed. So blessed. I was just thinking how much I love taking time when I'm wildcrafting. I just have so many good positive memories of places where I've wildcrafted. I feel like when I tune in and I work with a place that way, I connect a lot more deeply to the earth there and to that space and that spirit of the place, let alone the plants that I'm working with. And I have a visual memory and very visually oriented in my mind, and I can pull up if I think of a particular plant that I've harvested. Those places where I did that just can come so vividly alive inside my being again, and I feel like I just get that benefit from it all over again. It's just such a beautiful way to connect with nature and connect with the earth and ourselves too. I've been visited. Hello, chickadee. Hello. Chickadee. You guys are getting really close. Thank you for your medicine too, chickadees. Love you guys. So special. That's another experience that I often have when I'm out wildcrafting and or doing sit spot, which is another nature connected practice, is that I find that when I sit and I bring myself into that space of gratitude and presence, nature just sort of starts showing up in the most amazing ways. Like really sing-songy chickadees hanging out in the branches right above my head. Love it. When you get down this close to the earth, you get to discover all sorts of cool things. Like, do you see it? Can you see it? Right there. It's a little baby ash tree. I'm sitting underneath the ashes. Look at the sun hitting those guys. Aren't they gorgeous? It's really cool to just get down real close and just start observing the details and what shows up. It's good for my curiosity-driven self. Okay, well, I think we're getting there. Oh yeah, we're getting there. All right, here we are. Pretty satisfied with this. I don't need to make a lot, because you just take small amounts. But I'm gonna sit out here and enjoy being out here for a little while. Probably just lay down on the ground. It's dried out enough. Stare up at the sun in the branches of the tree. And when I'm done doing that, I will go in and chop this up and pour the lovely Icelandic vodka that I have right now. 80 proof vodka over the top of it. And then I will let it sit in a cool, dark place for about 6 to 8 weeks. And I'll shake it about once a week. And then after that time, I will strain it and it will be ready. Oh man. I threw in just a few flowers just for fun. And just those smell amazing. All right, guys. Happy nature connection. Get out there and enjoy.